Close the door, little girl. Thank you. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. 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 Oh, shucks, it ain't supposed to go that way. What the hell? Turn it around. Let's bring it around town. Oh, this thing is a little wonky. What the hell going on with this? I guess it's just gonna have to work. Hopefully. Hey, one person. Hello, how are you? What the hell is going on? Talking about some checking my goddamn connection. Don't check my goddamn connection. Alright, let me try to get this correct. Oh my gosh, who did that? Hey, hello. Hello. Hey. Okay, hey everybody, I just wanted to let y'all know that I am on YouTube and IG. Hey girl, hey. I am on YouTube and IG. Hey Creative Jules. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how's everybody? How's everyone's? I figured, hey DJ Nate Jones, I figured that because it ain't really too much to do, hey Nikki KW, that everybody might be able to hop on this. I mean, it is a Friday night though. And if this was like a regular Friday night without the pandemic, I would assume that y'all was doing something else. Oh, hey, the author. I would assume that y'all was doing something else. But due to the circumstances at hand, hey, Soul Ties. Hey, second person on YouTube. Hey, Era. Oh, my son. Due to what's going on now, I'm assuming, just an assumption, that everybody is home. So, I figured out pop on here and talk about some of the stuff that I got going on. And plus, I want to shed a little, I just want to give my opinion just like I always do. And it's just my opinion, Hey sis, hey everyone, right? Hey everybody. So first off, let me start with the important stuff. Let's start there. All right. So for everybody that knows, my website has been naked for maybe about, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. So basically what I'm doing is I am catching up on some back orders and I am doing a full revamp. I told everybody about the revamp. So with that being said, we're doing a new logo. I'm only home because I have to work an overnight shift. Oh, so you really be out there having a life. But still. All right, so I'm doing a whole new revamp behind the scenes, and I'm also catching up on some orders because when everything begins new, I want to be able to be full into everything. Secondly, for those who don't know, the Waist Management Challenge is in full motherfucking effect. This is the biggest group that I've had in a very, very long time, and this is a bunch of spicy, energetic, well-educated, conscious, beautiful queens, and I'm so thankful that they decided to join. Right now, we're actually behind the scenes having behind the scenes chat. So it's really, really dope and fun. So shout out to them and any of them that are in the room right now. Okay, so with that being said, I want to start offering more products with my motherfucking name on them because that's very important to me. Like I am realizing where I want this to go. I have a vision and a dream, and goddamn it, if anybody's gonna execute that shit, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be yours truly. All right. So now that we got that clear, let me give a shout out to some amazing folks. Can I? Should I? I will. All right. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Lisa's Fragrances. Y'all know that's my girl. She does everything natural, holistic, all of that amazing stuff. So, and anything that you don't see on her site, hey, the Pisces and Instagram is doing good. Hey. Anything you don't see on her site, you can definitely shoot her a message and she will make that shit happen. Secondly, let me give a shout out to the Amira Show, who talks about the hard, heavy issues that nobody is willing to confront or talk about. And she has a radio show. So let's give a shout out to her. All right, so after we talked about the Amira Show, did I got anybody else? Oh, give a shout out to my Zumba instructor. who is going to be doing my waist bead Zumba in my waist measurement challenge, and I'm really excited about that. So if that's something that you're interested, definitely holler at me. Let me know. All right. Secondly, the waist measurement challenge has commissioned, has partnered with um, our yoga instructor. So I'm really excited about that because I've never been to an actual yoga class. So this is the first time I'm going to a yoga class. What's up, Kimmy? Hey, Fifi. So I'm really excited. And my Waist Measurement Challenge girls are very excited about that too. So this is really, really dope. Hey, Cherie, I appreciate you joining the Pisces Goddess. Can you list all the shout outs and the notifications and make posts, please? Of course. And let me tell you something else about the shout outs that I'm listening. If you would like to be a shout out, or if you would like to talk about your business, please just let me know. And me and you can super cop up and we can talk about it because I am still in the hashtag Holla at Sis movement. So during the pandemic in the beginning, when everything got shut down, we were kind of lost. And what we didn't do was connect and unify. So I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that every product and service that you was looking for, you could get that from a Black queen. You can get that from her. So we're doing a hashtag Holla at Sis. So anybody that want to be a part, congratulations, seeing yoga is amazing. Thank you. I'm stoked about the yoga. And I'm definitely gonna be doing my private lessons. She already knows this, but I'm more excited about doing yoga with a group of like-minded women during a time where you need to have a release, you need to have a decompression, you need to have a sisterhood. So I'm excited about the yoga, but I'm more excited about the fact that I can do it with these wonderful ladies in my class. So let's just start there. So yeah, let's get it. All right. Yoga is life. Errol said yoga is life on YouTube. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now y'all already know how this go. So the way this works is I start off on IG, and then after, if I run my mouth too long, y'all know I'm transferring all the way to YouTube, and I would love to continue the conversation with everybody on YouTube. I love YouTube. Hashtag Black woman doing yoga. I mean, we created it, baby. I mean, it's only right. It's only right. Last night in the Waist Measurement Challenge group, we were talking about cake. And you know me, I did my history and found out that the art of baking started in Egypt. So that's another thing nobody ever tells you about, but just in case anybody says where the cakes or baking bread or anything baked come from, bam, Egypt, baby, just like the fucking papyrus. So, all right, yes. Okay, so I mentioned Lisa Amira. If you need any CMOS or anything like that, please holler at my sis. Do you know hoops? She out here grinding, getting it. I talked to her today, and she said she got a new product, and I'm like, I buy all that shit. So let me know. So that's my CMOS deal, everybody. Do I got anybody else to talk about? I don't think so. And if I missed you, don't get mad at me because I'm just running because I got a lot of shit on my mind. I want to get it out. All right, so look out for the new improved logo. Oh, trust me, she coming in. She a bad bitch. Trust me, she gonna be on some shit. Also, new products. As of right now, what I have for everyone's is this lovely, I don't know if you can see it, the camera might not do it justice, but this is my waist bead jewelry box. Period. That's on period. For those of you who are still wearing removable waist beads, I think a lot of us started with removable waist beads. There are times the reason why you got them as removable is because you want to take them off for whatever reason. If you have stretch waist beads, I know a lot of people take those off too. If you don't have the proper place to put them, and one of my good sisters said, nigga, you got that shit spelt wrong. And I'm like, damn, you right. So this is how she looks. Bop, 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 bop. So this is available on my Etsy. So this is one of my new products, and I'm really proud of this because sacred beads need a sacred place. You don't put them shits with them rusty ass earrings you got. You don't put them shits with that custom jewelry you got. These are crystals. These are your babies. These are the things that you put on your body and they actually healing you. So when you take them off, whether it be their final resting place, whether it be their final resting place, or you just need to take them off real quick. You got a real sexy black dress on. You don't want nothing to show. You want to put your babies up. Waist measurement jewelry box. So I wanted to definitely let y'all know. For everything that's up and coming, I am about to make some serious moves. I have a whole new collection coming. Y'all know I don't just do colors anymore. That's I got a vision. So I have glow in the dark beats that are coming. They will be here by next week. Please, if you was looking for glow in the dark beats, stop everything you doing because I'm about to ruin. Hold the fuck tight. I got you. I'm telling y'all know my shit quality. Y'all know my shit amazing. It's people that had my waist beats for like 2 years now. Quality. And it ain't nothing but all this energy that you get on a regular basis in them. So if you're looking for any new waist beats, hold tight. I got you. I'm about to flood. Like, it's going to be retarded. I got a metallic collection coming. Secondly, for anybody who fell in love with the golden collection and you was like, man, I really wanted one of those are coming back too. And I got a whole bunch of new stuff. Hey, what's up, Key, on a YouTube? Okay, Key, on a YouTube. All right, now y'all remember that we're going to start on IG and we're going to roll over. All right, so we talked about the metallic collection and all of that. I wanted to definitely say this. Now is a very, very, very important time. I wanted. Girl, if you want it, I got it. If you want it, I got it. Come on now. You know I don't play. But the thing about my shit, look, like me and my daughter say, one thing about me, if I say I got it and I make a big, okay, honestly, I did not post these. All I did was put a picture up. I done sold half of them. They're all gone. If you're interested in it, hashtag let me know. Or just hop on my Etsy. I don't even know. I had a black, gold, and pink. I don't even know if I still have all the colors. So if you are interested, let me know. I'm also thinking about I gotta get with my Creative by Ty, because I was thinking we got some water bottles coming, folks. Waist bead water bottles. The movement is real. I mean, like, this is the waist bead style is a way of life. That's, and what they say, that's on period. So why wouldn't we be able to display that through art, through any merchant, through anything that we're holding? So I know the things we use, because what they say, not only am I the president of the hair club for men, I'm also a customer. So with that being said, I'm a waist beater as well. Right now, I'm interested in this. Oh, and I thank you. First off, let me thank y'all for being interested. So not only do I love making this shit, but I fucking wear waist beads. You'll never catch me without waist beads. Period. That's on period. So, hey, they're my girls. Hey, Waist Management Challenge girls. All right, so I make stuff that I know I would need, and it just blossoms because we have a movement. All right, now we talked about all those new things. So like I said, hold your coin. The metallic collection is coming. Hold your coin. The golden collection is coming. And when I tell y'all it's coming, it's coming. I really outdid myself. So it's still, people still buy my shit really fast, but I got y'all. Look, I got y'all. I even got some solids coming back. Y'all know usually I don't do solids, but I do have some solids for anybody that's interested in manifesting a certain thing based on what the color gives. So I got solids coming. All right, so we talked about golden collection, metallic collection. We talked about the waist bead jewelry boxes. Do not put your shit on the counter. Do not sit your shit with them rusty ass earrings. Waist bead jewelry box. Sacred beads, sacred box, okay? Thinking about doing like a crystal box too, to say, bitch, don't touch my crystals. But I'm on it. Trust me, I'm on it. All right, we talked about all of that. The golden collection, I missed those. Guess what? You didn't miss them. It was in the right place at the right time in the right moment, and they coming back. I think I said that right? Right time, right place, right moment, and it's coming back. Yeah. Oh, there go my girl. Okay, Creative by Ty said. Okay, secondly, yes. Where was I at? Okay, golden collection, metallic collection. Y'all know how I got golden, and some people left to actually check the boxes. So that's really dope. You said it right. Yes, golden collection, metallic collection, sacred box for sacred beads. We're not fucking around. Give a shout out to everybody. Now, let's start about how you can also join this waist bead movement. Okay, so I got a lot of shit going on. Probably would have more shit if it wasn't for this motherfucking quarantine, this pandemic. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. So if you want to be a part of the wonderful, amazing, great, flourishing waist bead movement, All you got to do is run over to Facebook. Now on Facebook, I got three things going on. First off, you got to follow me on Facebook, my business page, my real page. That shit boring. I'm not even if you was to find my IG page, it's so sad. Like it's a little bit of posts and a little bit of people. However, if you want to be a part of the waist speed movement, I need you, not right now, probably in a little bit, go over to Facebook, right? I have a group called Women and Sign Waist Beads. Women and Waist Beads. That shit is jumping. And I think 3 months, maybe 4 months, 5 months, maybe 5 months, we already got like 600 people. And that group be moving. Now, let me make this clear that it's not a sales group. That is an open forum for like-minded women. So if you want to talk about waist beads stories, the history, everything, you want to go to Women and Waist Beads. Now, guess what else I got? I have Waist Bead Marketplace. Ain't nobody never did it, and so I did it. It was a need, so I came through. So we got it's called the Waist Bead Marketplace. So if you are a creator, because a lot of creators, a lot of beautiful waist bead artists follow me, and we all kind of keep up with each other. If you are looking for a place where there's sellers and buyers, you want to go to Waist Bead Marketplace. Okay, you can show off all your beautiful creations, anything you have that represents the waist bead life. Somebody had hip cups, Waist Bead Marketplace. You feel me? Somebody had the pyramids, Waist Bead Marketplace. Beaded jewelry, Waist Bead Marketplace. You feel me? You got candles. We love candles. Waist Bead Marketplace. That's the place for you. You got organic soaps. Waist Bead Marketplace. Now, granted, when you go in there, they might be looking for waist beads, but people love good shit. So why not? All right. So the third group that I've had for the longest, probably over 5 years, I think, and we over like 1,000, probably more than that, but it's Black owned. That's a business group that I have on Facebook. If you don't have any business that falls under those categories and you want to promote your business, go to Black owned. Go to Black owned. If you're looking for a service provided by a person of color, go to Black owned. On that, and that's on that. So I hope to see you go from the YouTube to the Facebook and go over there. I would love to see you do that. Girl, it's only right. 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 All right, cool. So now let's get into the chat, because this is one where I want everybody to be very vocal and very opinionated and say what you need to say, because first off, we're adults and we respect respectful information and opinions. Nobody in this world is supposed to think like you. There will be twins, same mother, same father, same womb, same egg, same uterus, and they still don't think alike. So I know for a fact that nobody in this world is supposed to think like me, but we can respect each other's opinions. So I would like to get started on that note. And that's what I say to everybody in my house, all my kids. We are not made to think alike. We're made to stick together and support each other, but no, we don't have to think alike. All right. How am I not in that group? I don't know. That's my oldest group. That's my oldest. When you're done, I want to ask you. Sure. And Fifi, if you find it, all you got to do is click in. And the sad part is, I don't got no help with that group. That's just all me and my husband. So that group, All right, so forget about that. Let's talk about it. So the name of this video on YouTube is called I forgot what I named it. I named it what, not marching. How y'all doing this to me? It's called Revolution versus Protester. It's called Protester versus Revolutionary. I'll help you. Thank you. Protest versus Revolutionary is what the name of the group is. What's up, Tiff? It's called Protester versus Revolutionary. And so this comes from a conversation me and my husband was having, because I have not really been in it. Y'all know I really don't watch the news like that. I'm just going to be honest with y'all, because I understand what it is. It is a mind controlling device. That's what it's there for. It's supposed to show you everything it wants you to see, and supposed to hide everything that it doesn't want you to see. So I watch it. I don't internalize it. I don't allow it to fear anything that I'm doing. I don't let it to change. Hey, Sabat. I hope I said that right. Sabi. However I said it, you know who I was talking to. All right. So today, oh yeah, and first off, let me give a shout out to everybody out there putting in work. All of the protesters, listen, we need you, okay? We need you because a lot of times without agitation, change does not happen. So people usually don't change if they're comfortable. So I want to give a shout out to all of my protesters, all of the peaceful protesters, all of the angry protesters. Fuck it. You know, sometimes this is just how I go. And I'm a business owner. And I talked to my group about this a long time ago. Of course, I would not like to see something that I've invested my time, money, and effort in to be burnt to the ground. However, and we said this before in the group, I have a car with a car payment. Hey, how you doing? Akashia, Anisha, and Asia. Let's just say that. All of us, we got cars, we got car payments. We pay insurance. You feel me? If right now I go out and get into an accident and it is not my fault, keyword, it is not my fault. I'm getting the value of my car, if not some. And 9 times out of 10, I'm excited because fuck it, who don't want a new car if they're still intact? So with that being said, and I'm on a minute level, I'm a regular person. You feel me? I'm not the top 1% of the world. And I'm just a new starting a new business. So you know, I don't know exactly how the terms of those insurance policies go for everybody that's like big corporate billionaires that got stocks. But I tell you what, if my insurance is good enough to buy me another car, you best to believe their insurance is good enough to get them together. And I'm just gonna put period on that. Also, I just like I said before, we was talking about a lot of things, and we saw a lot of videos on ladies that saying, well, the reason why this is happening is because of black on black crime. I want to debunk that as well. I want to debunk that as well. In any area that you live in, the people committing the crime usually look like you and live around you. So if you was to go to Asia, it would be Asian on Asian crime. If you was to go to Australia, it'd be Australian on Australian crime. If you was to go to right, if oh you know I'm gonna get it, you know I'm gonna get it. If you were to go to Russia, it would be Russian on Russian crime. If you were to go to the Maldives, it would be Maldives on Maldives crimes. If you was to go to Hawaii, it would be Hawaiian on Hawaiian crime. Do we need to keep going? If you was to go to India, it would be Indian on Indian crime. So now you telling me, just based off the fact that there's always a positive and a negative, that means there are good people and bad people, that their outsiders should not value them because they have differences amongst each other. Definitely not true. So let's debunk that. Let's throw that shit out the window. It would make me feel great if motherfuckers would stop saying, well, how we gonna get mad about that situation with George when we killing each other? Man, shut the fuck up. That is exactly how I felt, and that is exactly how I'm gonna say it. Another way that anybody, when you talk to your friends and you want to know anything about how to explain this, because a lot of times we find ourselves in a position where we have to explain to other people, like, ho, shut the fuck up. But before you get to that level, you want to try to explain it, and the best way to explain it is this: I have a daughter. I have children. Oh my god, that shit is irritating. Right. I have a daughter. I have 7 kids. If my daughter go outside and do something wrong and I pop her ass in the street, that's my daughter. I'm gonna pop her. If you pop her, we got a problem. I'm gonna repeat that. I'm just gonna repeat it just so everybody can understand what I'm saying. I have a lot of kids. Like your mama say, y'all can argue in here, but when you get outside, don't let nobody fuck with your brothers and sisters. Again, let me reiterate that. Mommy said, y'all can fight in here, but when y'all go outside, don't let none of them motherfuckers put a hand on your brother or your sister. That's what mommy said. Flip the script. Let me give it to you one more again. I have a lot of kids. If my daughter act up in the store and I pop her ass and tell her to get it together, I dare a random motherfucker to walk past and attempt to pop mine. And that's that on that. Whoa, hold on. Let me get y'all together. Is it any lies? Is it any lies being told at this table? Is it any lies being told at this table? And I will go ahead and jump out there and say, no, there are not any lies being told at that table. So with that being said, with that being said, let's just roll into it. So it's protester versus revolutionist. So not thank you. Tiffany said not one. Nikki said not one. I wish Ish a would hit my baby. Nope. Facts. And see, the crazy part about it is Lisa is also a conscious look. I said that today. Ha! Is there any lies being told at this table? So anyway, my right, because you gotta say that, because that's the catchphrase. I gotta get that shit on the shirt. I'm not playing. No lies told at this table. No lies at the table. Something like that. Where's my creative by Ty? I hope you getting this, because you know me and you gonna get together on another business meeting and we're gonna get this shit out the door. You know, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. All right. All right. So somebody said, yep, okay, good. All right. So protester versus revolutionist. And like I said, I want to thank everybody that's out on the field with the signs. Everybody's out on the field. Everybody's with the signs. Everybody's out there making a difference. Everybody's out there voicing their opinion. Thank you. Thank you. I want one of them. Because that's the shirt that's going to start some shit. When you walk out and say, no lies being told at this table. No lies at this table. That's the shirt that's going to start some shit. Because don't come to me from a place of emotion or how you feel or what you think. Like I said, this is not 112. What is it? Carl Thomas, look at me. I'm crying. No, this is not emotional. We did not ask you how you felt. We just want to know fact from fiction, okay? Point me in the direction of fact, not fiction, okay? Documentary, not movie. I can keep going on for days, but we're going to stop it right there. So, protester versus revolutionist. Me and my husband was talking about that. And I basically said, and this is the best way I can try to explain it. Leave Carl alone. I'm crying. All right, so the best way we can say it is every so often, so usually around elections, right? Usually around elections, and usually around a lot of different times. Bobby Hemmett said it best. He said, anytime around Jason, summer equinox, all of the equinoxes, Jason would be July, August, September, October, and November. July, August, September, October, November. Jason says it exactly like that. July, August, September, October, November. Jason. They find ways to enrage melanated folk. And a lot of times we forget that it is always banana in the tailpipe, and when entitlements have them like that, sis. Well, it looks like that's about to change. Especially if anybody can spread this message, which I think is very important. All right. So along those lines, we get very, melanated folk, when we get out into the sun, we drinking water. That's when we at our strongest point. We can move mountains with just our mind, by manifesting things, by decalcifying the pineal gland, which means you need to be drinking hella water. Matter of fact, while we're on that, let me pull out my favorite water. Why somebody gonna tell me that this is not good, but I like this shit, so I'm drinking it. Let me and you know what, girls? Somebody, matter of fact, tell me what I'm about to do before I do it. Let me take a sip. Before I get this message out, let me unblock that throat chakra. Hold on, because y'all know Let me clear my throat chakra. Let me let that out. Let me get her together before I go in right now. Yeah, somebody said they love this with a girl. Me too. I want to hug it. And also, I'm doing really good in my water. Just wanted to let everybody know. I found out that the recommended amount of water that you're supposed to be drinking every day is divided by your weight. It's two divided by your weight. Have you had alkaline water? I believe this is. Because this is reading at a 9.5% pH. So this is my alkaline water. Matter of fact, let me put this in the atmosphere while I'm unblocking my throat chakra. There is a lady that I found that is doing like a juice. She makes the juice for you. And she'll ship it to you. I need you to make my juice, I don't know, for 2 fucking weeks. So if you know any ladies that are making juices and shipping them, which is probably a lot of money, but I don't know. I thought you was about to show us the water bottle. Oh, no. all in the, I told you this is the behind the scenes. It's coming. No, I wish I did had a water bottle like bam and broke it out. But no, I don't have that yet, but it's coming. They're in the process of being made as we speak. As long I don't know what order I am because I respect the line of order. Like I know I have a line of orders, so I respect everybody else's line. I don't think I'm number one right now. I don't ask to be number one. I fall right in line for the rest of the orders, and then I'll be like, bam, let me get 25. So that's just how I go. But yes, they are definitely coming. Okay, she said it, so they're coming, and that's that on that. They're coming, and that's that on that. All right, so let me unblock this throat chakra. Which is also decalcifying my pineal gland all at the same time. All right, let's get straight into it. All right, so I feel as though, and it's just my opinion, and I'm only going to speak on it because it's what I'm doing. I'm very hesitant about listening to advice from people that are not doing what they asked you to do, or people that haven't had the experience that you need on a situation or a problem or concern that you're having. So that's how I live my life. So with that being said, I'm going to speak from my position. So initially when we started Black Owned, it was based off, I think it was the Trayvon situation. And so what I did was me and my husband sat together and we super copped up and we watched the transition because first you get sad and these are the things you hold on to. So this is another trauma we got to heal from, folks. You get really sad and then you get really angry and then you be like, I feel like I should do something. And that's where you have the protests, that's where you have the riots, because those are the stages. Those are the stages. It's like a grief thing. I can't believe it. Then you get sad. Then you like, I'm so angry. Then you want to figure out what you can do. All right. And like I said, shout out to all the protesters and everything. I only went to one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It was downtown and Kenny was little as I don't know what, so I gotta remember what the hell it was about. So it probably was like 8 or 9 years ago. But we sat together and we had to figure out, right. We sat together. I can't wait for my beads. Girl, they're coming. They're coming. If you was to see, if the Ask the Waste Management Challenge girls, if I ain't on a chat, when they call me, I'm usually working. So I got you. I got you. I got you. And the fact that you said that is making me know that I gotta get so much shit that that everybody got what they need. Let me just say this. My business is going really well and I'm really thankful for that. If we was not in a COVID situation, I probably would have to employ somebody. When this is over, I have to employ somebody. So not only did it change the way I was getting materials, but it also changed the volume that I was getting. And I'm so thankful for the universe because I'm putting out abundance and receiving abundance, and I appreciate it so much. Like I am humbled. I am so appreciative. But yeah, your girl's growing and she needs some help. And I ain't let nobody in this motherfucker. I'm just being honest with y'all. So yeah, work with me. Work with me. Work with me. All right. So saying that to say, rolling right into everything else. So once we went through, somebody said I shade on that. Thank you, Arrow. So saying all that to say, we sat down and we tried to figure out what could we do, because I myself have been voting. I haven't missed an election since I was old enough to vote. I myself haven't missed a chance to actually chat in a group of people about how I felt on certain issues. So when I took a step back and looked at how everything was going, I said, I don't really give a shit. As you should, right? I don't really give a shit how many times people tell us to vote and how it's going to change things. I vote because my ancestors died voting. How I feel about my vote, the effects that my vote has on certain things, I'm sure it does. Other things, not so much. But like I said, it's certain things that I do because out of respect for the ancestors. Like I still do libations. I'm still spitting my liquor on all four corners because I always show appreciation to the ancestors and things of that nature. So let's just start there. So the definition of insanity is running your head up against the wall over and over again and expecting to get different results. So like I said, I vote. I am a taxpayer. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, please everyone go vote, especially for people like me who can't vote. Facts. We got you, sis. We got you. But it's a time when you step back and say, okay, the things that I was told to do. Here we go again with the programming. The things that I was told to do that would definitely make a difference haven't. So now what can I do? So you take a step back and you put your minds together and you realize that everything that you've been told to do is from the same people that have done the injustice. So it's kind of hard because how can you be my enemy and my protector? I think that's so contradictory. So you basically telling me you have my best interest at hand, but you killing my folks. That doesn't make sense. So now I had to start re-examining who the message was coming from and how I should handle myself. And what it did was, once again, if you don't know where you're going, you destined to repeat your history. So I started, looking at historic ancestors that did not make poems or movies or things like that. And one of the most influential people that I had to self-educate myself, again, self-educate myself on, which really pissed me the fuck off because they did not even mention Marcus Garvey in my school. Frederick Douglass, yes. Marcus Garvey, no. He was the first person to be out here and really preaching the Pan-African movement, which is, bruh, we're all together. I don't give a fuck what continent you're on. I don't give a fuck who told you to look at me this way or slant your eyes at me. We all going through the same struggle and we all got to stick together. And then he realized that through financial independence became empowerment and a certain sense of freedom. So I think it was called the Black Star Way. He was like the first African American to actually purchase a freight liner. And so I'm like, okay, cool. This is really, really dope. I've like I said, I have marched, I have voted, and none of that seems to make a huge difference because every time we turn around, something bad is going on. So me and my husband said, well, what are we going to do? Well, I am, for all the things that I have to pay for, all of my necessities that I cannot wiggle around from, I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna have to do that. It's just, I guess it's a cost to be the boss. So you gotta pay those things. You gotta pay rent. You gotta pay. Yeah, Black Star Liner. Yeah. You gotta pay your rent. You gotta pay Apple. You gotta pay Comcast. These are things that you gotta pay. But for all the things that I don't have to pay, I am going to be stepping away from AKA The Matrix. I have a video about that on YouTube. If you're interested, please check it out. What we were discussing was you can either take the red pill or the blue pill and go in the matrix, or you can step away from the whole matrix. And I think that is a part where I would love for our protesters to evolve into, because there are a lot of protesters right now that are angry and mad and frustrated, and they don't have any other way to take out their frustrations. And I get it. Protests don't last forever. I mean, even if this one goes on, let's say for a year or so, protests don't last forever. And then what do? Well, you go back home and, they say black folks got the shortest attention span in the world. So you forget about it and you go back to your normally scheduled programming. No, that's not what we're doing. We want all of these protesters to evolve into revolutionists, and you have to step away from that matrix. There are a lot of people like me at home that, my heart goes out to everybody that was involved in that horrible incident, family, friends, people that know them. And then it's also in my heart, it's like, oh man, you want to do something. I think the biggest thing you could do for any of these situations is to detach yourself from that system. Repeat, to detach yourself from that system. I have decided to not work for anybody because I know a lot of these major corporations, and I don't give a fuck what they tell you. We stand right. I mean, I'm not off the grid, but I'm definitely out the matrix. Next step may be off the grid, but I don't want to run from my people. I live in a predominantly black neighborhood, and my whole street is business owners. So I don't want to run from them. I fucking love them. My heart broke in so many pieces when I saw it. Of course, it should have. And like I said, once you go through those stages, you say, okay, what can I do to make a change? And what we decided to do was detach from the matrix. I'm not going to make anybody else rich other than myself. I'm going to make it a point to support other black business owners. And that's on period because there's no lies being told at this table. That's on period. So I started reaching out to other queens that were doing other things that I may have needed or may have been interested in or may need to be educated on. I made it my business that if I could call around and see what I could do to help, this is what I would do. Try my best to make sure that that black dollar circulated one more second in the community, which is very, very important because y'all know our black dollar circulates less than anybody else's in the community. Anybody else is in the community. So I started to evolve and I started realizing that unfortunately, some of us are still looking to be accepted or look at certain things as as a status. Like I work for this company and no. And when you take a step back, that company don't give a fuck about you. And the reason why we going through this COVID shit right now is because motherfuckers pretty much said, hey, guess what? We're shutting down everything. Stay in the house. There's nothing you can do. What? 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 Now it's two groups of people. It's people that's sitting in the house and they frustrated and they're like, man, my job closed. And then there's other people that been out the matrix that's still working, still getting money. And there's people that's saying, hey, you know what? I got to figure out a side hustle because if this shit ever happens again, I want us to become so powerful that we sit in a place, that we set in place a barter system. I have friends growing food, skincare. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. And I totally agree. I totally agree. Whether we set up a barter, right? If any situation happens like this, yeah, definitely set up a barter situation. But my nigga, the money is still flowing. Where the fuck do you think the checks went? Where do you think the checks went? The money is still going. Yeah, we're ourselves for jobs that will replace in minutes, and we said, yeah. They got the checks, bro. The question was, did you get some of the stimulus check or did you spend it? That's the real question. Because trust me, the money is still going. So this is the time to say, man, maybe my first house don't need to be my residence. Maybe my first house needs to be my income property. Maybe it's time to start thinking about buying an RV. My sister bought an RV yesterday. She was like, fuck that shit. If I want to leave, I'm going to be able to leave. Me and my husband is looking into an RV. Right now, Cash App allows you to invest in stock. So a long time ago, the way they kept black folks out of the stock market is because they set the shares of the stock so high. So like, I don't know, Amazon was either $2,486 or something like that. Apple was like either between, and this is years ago, was between $2,000 and $3,000 a share. Period. Now, Cash App, which is a company that involved, and I'm like, man, that was another thing that motivated me. Is basically they allow you to invest in stock. My husband made $10 in like 2 days. That's for everybody that doesn't know. So you can go on Cash App and you can actually look up. Robinhood is good. Right. You can go on Cash App right now instead of sending your homegirl $5 or buying weed. You can actually invest in stock. We're starting to invest in stock. Yeah, hell yeah. I did my research, and like I said, at that time, I recently started investing. Perfect. At that time, you had to go through what's called penny shares because black folks weren't allowed. So now when the times is hard, they want to make sure that stock market is still fluctuating. And people are not just buying necessities, but they're also investing their money. So right now, please take advantage of that. Go when we leave here, and I don't give a shit. And this is what I told my husband. I'm like, hey, every time you make something off the stock market, invest it back. That way your money will be making money. So if you make $10 off the stock market, instead of taking it out and saying, wow, I made $10, you take that $10 and invest it back into the stock market, either in a stock that's doing well or in a new stock that you're interested in. Stepping away from the matrix. Black folks, most of the time, it's people that got businesses, but the people that got businesses that they money ain't making money. Is it free? It's free. No, well, it's not. It's not free because you don't have to pay to get in, but you have to pay to get out. And most times when you in any stock trading, you have to pay. You do maybe like an initial fee or it's no fee, but you do have to pay per stock trade, and you also have to pay every time you pull out and you get your money that you actually made. So no, it's definitely not free. Don't ever believe a motherfucker that tell you it's free, but it's damn near free. And that's as close to free as you can fucking get. But for me to try to attempt to stay on topic, all right, I'm a I don't think I've been on here for an hour. Hold on, y'all. So my question is to you: we're all mad and we're all upset. Let me repeat: putting up Black Lives Matter, Robinhood, I believe, is completely free. I did my research a long time ago, and there is no free. There is no free. They don't charge you to sign up, but a lot of stock exchange apps, they charge you per every time you purchase. Like, you can sign up for free. Anything will let you sign up for free. It's target for millennials. It's targeted for millennials, of course. For a look into it. Yeah. Right. Robinhood is good, and it probably is targeted towards millennials, but nothing is free. So even these little dumbass apps on our phones, if you don't pay attention, your ass and subscribe to something, and you look at your Apple bill and that shit coming out $10, $10, $10. So with that being said, when and read it, and if you read it and find out I'm wrong, you can let me know. But I read it, so um once you try to get your money out of it, they're going to charge you a fee. If you were to do any other movements inside the app, they would charge you a fee. That's how it goes. That's just like when they tell you a website is free. That's bullshit. And for everybody that's thinking about getting a website, please make sure you read all the fine print, because that's a tricky game as well. That's a tricky game as well. But you have to invest in yourself, and I would definitely say there is no roadmap to success. You gotta, every time you make a mistake, it's still forward motion, and that's how I think about it. So I want everybody to think about all of those, like I said, Black Lives Matter, all that. It's cool to do that on your Facebook. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying that that's going to change absolutely fucking nothing. That's going to change absolutely fucking nothing. When you go out and you protest, it's definitely going to get your point across, because they saying it. No justice, no peace. So we not going to shut up until you do what the fuck we asking you to do. And that is a very in your face, I want it to happen, I want it to move, do what I need you to do type of thing. It totally is. But I'm talking about a long-term fuck the system. I'm not talking about getting up the next time something happens. I'm talking about, like we say in the conscious community, really putting in the work, really being out here talking to the community, really helping people through traumatic experiences they went through, really saying that I am supporting Black businesses the best way I know how, really starting maybe a Black network where you and other people in your family can encourage younger generations to say, hey, I'm going to, because what happens is, you got to understand this. When you stay in the matrix, nothing changes. If you would like to change the system, you have to pull out of it and create your own infrastructure. And that's on period. And that's on period. And that's the best way I can say it. So right now, you got to understand, if you were to go back, and this is so interesting, we talking about a lot of shit. If you was to go back right now, a lot of business owners saw their parents maybe doing hair. Or, sorry to say this, a lot of business owners right now were inspired by some street pharmacists, if you know what I'm saying. They decided to go that route. They saw the hustle, they saw the initiative, they saw the flip. You feel me? And they took all of that and said, I'm going to put that into a legal entity. So this is what they did. And that's just from that. So imagine what kind of structure you would build if your children actually seeing you running a legitimate company that you can maybe possibly hand down or inspire them. Because trust me, like we all know, business starting, business development, business administration, those are not taught in high school. And it's funny because a lot of times people that have degrees, they get educated, and don't cuss me out for everybody that got a degree. You get educated and you leave with this certificate basically saying illegal business started this country. Absolutely. 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 You jump into, oh my goodness, y'all made me forget what I was saying. So We will be discussing group economics with family and friends and everyone in the community. I feel everybody should be educated and informed. Yes. So there are people that go and get these degrees, and when they step out, they realize that even though they should be, hey, how you doing, Dolly Blinks Lashes? Even though they should be getting paid hella money, they still got to deal with the racism that's in a job. And so they're going to make a lot less than their white counterparts. And sometimes the degrees that you have, you also have to know how to market yourself to get in that realm. And there are people with degrees that said I couldn't find a job. And to me, that is the sign of being programmed. In my opinion, if you have a degree and you can't find a job, it's because you need to create a job. You need to create your own form of financial independence. You need to create your own form of revenue, profit, however you want to think about it. So it's just it's one of those things where absolutely right. I mean, and this is also, and I would love for this message to get out to some of our Black kings in the community. If your record is not the best, if you have had issues with any type of child support issue, then you are definitely somebody that doesn't need to say, I can't find a job. You need to create yours. Because let me tell you something, when you fill out that LLC or you fill out that sole proprietorship, they don't give a fuck what your record is. You are allowed to open up a business, and that's that on that. So instead of putting us in a situation where we feel like we stuck and we can't move around, we can't operate, it's only because we need to reset the brain. That's it. That's it. We have a lawn service that comes, I don't know, every 2 to 3 weeks. They're getting it. It's a lawn service, for goddamn it. It's a lawn service. Period. If your children want to write books and they seem really interested in it, figure out how to self-publish so you can, and like I said, I'm in the of doing that. Figure out how to self-publish so you can write a book so they can have something. Maybe you can purchase a stock or a bond and put it in the children's name so it actually accrues interest as it goes up. Like, these are the things that we can do. These are the things that I'm doing. I got my hands in the community. I'm working every other month. I'm dealing with my folks, trying to make sure that we get stronger. We help each other out. We help each other get to the trauma. And at the end of the day, you have to release the matrix. Now, people not going to like that I say this neither. You may have to release. I was just telling my husband that we need to gather all kinds of kings and create a construction business. Let's rebuild our community, business, grocery stores. I totally agree with that. And let me tell you, the first stone usually starts with you. We was talking about the best advice that we were given. And one of the best advice that I was ever given was the only person that's going to push your dream is you. So when you talk about being in a group of any people, any color, any race, if you're around these people and you get resistance, it's not because you don't have a good idea. It's because you didn't give it to the right group. So please, if you have an idea, push that shit, regardless of what community or who want to help you or whoever. Push your dream, because it's very important. Because like I said, people don't understand. We think we're going to be here forever. That's what we feel. We feel like right now, at this moment, at this time, it's everything. It is not. We talk about great-great-grandparents, and when they were living, they felt just as we did. We are the future ancestors of tomorrow or whatever. We need to invest in ourselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. Not only invest in ourselves, but you don't understand how it is allowing your children to be born into revolution and not mental slavery. And that's all I'm saying. So when you do have your signs and everything, and all of this wears off, or whenever they find a cure to corona, whether it is a cure or not, I still want everybody to really, really be out here like, hey, even though it seems like it's good, it is not. Black people die all the time. There are girls missing all the time. If you don't think so, think about all the people that had crimes happening in neighborhood. Did you see them on TV? You didn't. It's only certain stuff they show you on TV. Have you ever wondered who selects which things are showed on TV and what's not? Oh, it's people that definitely do that. Most of my folks in this room, y'all understand exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all understand exactly what I'm talking about. So just because this shit will die down, that's why I say we need to change. We need to evolve from protesting to revolutionists. That's the evolution. Because once you put that sign down, it's work that got to be done behind the scenes. You got to be planting your vegetables. You got to come up with your barter system. You got to say, like sis said, I want to get everybody in the community and I want to do this. Right. You got to say, I want to be a business owner that's going to turn into a corporation that's going to employ black people, that's going to strengthen the community, that's going to hand down generational wealth so we can change how everything is going. Please be a revolutionist and not just a protester. And I, like I said, I shade to all the protesters. I just started gardening. Facts. I had a crop that died on me. It was a little discouraging, but I'm gonna keep going. And guess what I know? This is what I know for sure. Just because I'm not gardening doesn't mean that I can't purchase from a black farmer or a person of color or that farms. You see what I'm saying? So this is very, very important. Yo, we got to get educated. We got to reset. We got to move. We got to move so that the work that our brothers and sisters is putting out on the front line is not in vain. There are people that are really good with their hands, that are people that are really good with technology, that are people that are really good behind the scenes, preparing and planning. So if maybe you can't be on the front line, you could be on the backside preparing and planning and getting things together. So that is my most important thing I wanted to say. And when I dug a little bit deeper into this whole controversy, oh my god, it got so yucky and messy. It really did. It got so yucky and messy. And y'all know that there are certain supporters of the Black Lives Movement. This is how we think we so in control. And like I said, I will not be puppeted. I know what the fuck it is. That's why I turn off the TV, and I don't want to see all that stuff that they post, because once again, that is spoon-fed information that they're giving you to get a certain desired reaction. We ain't even gonna get into the archons because it's a little bit too deep, and I don't know everything about them. So when I give out information, I want it to be well educated information, and I'm just learning about those. But there are huge supporters. His name is George. Black Lives Matter. Yeah, his name is George Soror. That's what his name is, George Soror. And come to find out, he gives large donations of money right before protesters happen. From what, yep, Soror. From what I understand, he actually pays rioters to start these things to try to incite race wars. If you've noticed, and like my good sis said over there, I think her name is Taz Patah, something like that. I studied who founded the Black Lives Matter, and I was shocked. Yeah, George Soror. The faces for the Black Lives Movement are 3 African American women, but the people behind the scenes is all Caucasian people. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's why you probably won't see me with no Black Lives Matter t-shirt on, because I'm not funding them. Why would I fund them? Like I always say this before, anytime somebody asks you to save the whales or save the environment, you know what I'm saying? I am not a big enough person to save a whale. I didn't kill no whale. I didn't start no whale. The same motherfuckers that's asking you to save the whales is the same motherfuckers that killed them. Because is there any lies being told at this table? Hold up. He funds all the movement as well, both sides. There's so many conspiracy theories on George Soror that if you were to go look, and it would bust your fucking head open. It really would. They said that people was putting bricks outside the buildings. We talked about this so that they can attack and night riots, will be pretending to be part of the protesting. Right. They said police was out there starting the riots, pretending to be protesters. Police was burning that shit down. It is crazy. It's crazy. They say people don't understand that the police are starting and then falling back, and then when the cameramans get there, no lies being told at this table. The police are starting things, and when the cameramen get there, they show you is the black people protesting like this. Real shit. All right, everybody. So y'all know how this goes. I am dying. Facebook, Instagram, you only get an hour. So I'm going to shut this down, and I hope that everybody can join me on YouTube. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully everybody came with me. Oh, I see the people going up on it's so hard to find. It's so hard to find a good picture. Oh, that's good. I'll take that. I'll take that. Oh, I hope everybody's coming over. Okay. Fuck it. I just posted. I'll worry about it. Oh, a few people came over. They might be looking for me. That's dope. I appreciate that. Oh, the people over there having cognacs. Hey, 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 how you doing? Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Hit the like button. I'm so sorry. I'm not really, I'll be trying. Okay, so hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you, Fifi. Hit the like button. Thank you, Marquise. Marquise. Mrs. Marquise. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, please. Y'all know. This is how we rocking, because y'all know my shit always go over. And I got tired of doing that. I'm coming back on a man, fuck that. Follow me to YouTube, but I could talk my fucking head off. All right. Yeah, we were talking about all the conspiracy theories behind everything, which is really, really, really frustrating, because you realize how easy it is. Hey Tara, you realize how easy it is to ignite things and to get certain reactions. And everybody was like, man, I even heard, and this is absolutely crazy, I even heard the fact that the corona was planned to wipe out a lot of the older generation, because those the ones that's getting all the checks, and they took that money and straight gave it to our asses as the relief fund. I don't know how true it is, but I'm always open to listen and hear all kinds of pieces, because one thing's for certain, two things for sure. Hey Tiffy, one thing's for certain, two things for sure. A lot of the things that you are being force fed are not true. They're not. Hey Sean Reese. Hey everybody coming in. Oh, thank y'all. Y'all are so dope. Yeah, I had to. Yo, let me tell you something. Couldn't miss this one. Had to hop over. Yes, yo, thank you. Thank you so much. It's crazy too, because I believe it's some kind of moon somebody put in my I forgot what it was. Somebody put a something moon is supposed to be happening. And basically it's always a gateway. It's always something. And when it is y'all think we the only ones that know about tarot? Come on now, stop it. If you think that, y'all think we the only ones that know about tarot, y'all think we the only ones that know about gateway, y'all think we the only ones that know about how strong this melanin is? No, everybody knows it. Strawberry moon, there we go. Somebody said the strawberry moon is coming, and I guarantee you it's right on point and right on topic with everything that we got going on. I'm sure of it. I'm absolutely positively sure of it. And so now you got to figure out how will you move? How will you move? Are you taking that money and are you investing it? Oh, okay. Now we got to read. Oh yeah, now we reading. Let's go. It says I'm doing my protection candle tonight. Let's go, Tiff. Fifi said, "Oh my God, I can't figure out." Okay. I read somewhere someone said that this moon isn't good to charge your crystals. That's a possibility. It could be because there's so many things that's charged up right the fuck now. Maybe the crystals don't need to be charged. I don't know. But for a fact, if y'all think we the only ones that know about anything, any cosmology or anything that has to do with zodiac signs, no, that's not true. Anthony Broder wrote an entire book. And it's called Egypt on the Potomac. And what it says is how almost everything in America is based off of how things were in Egypt. So if you think for 1 second, and y'all know everything comes from there. That was the first state of everything being documented. So if y'all think we the only ones that know, you gotta be out your rabbit ass mind. That's definitely not true. That's definitely not true. So now we have all this information, we have all this fear, we have all this anger. So what do? What do? You say, I will protest if I see fit, but I will also become a revolutionist. Y'all do not understand the change that is being ignited. Because you got to understand, the kids of those slaves was the ones that was out here doing their Black Wall Street thing. I'm not saying it's right for these horrible acts to happen, and I'm not saying it's right for us to be puppeted, but we do have to think with our own mind and say, okay, cool. How am I going to keep this going? Me personally, I'm the ultimate revolutionist. Have you ever seen the movie Soul? No, but I'm going to write that down right now. Because I love to know about different movies. It's fucked up because it's always somebody telling her story, his story, It's always somebody telling our story, but it be points of truth in there that I take and I go, okay, let me do a little bit of research and find out about this, find out about that. Like when I didn't want to watch that Harriet Tubman movie, and then I watched it and I found out that a lot of that shit was lies. And it was just a little bit of frustrating, but I mean, you can't expect anyone that doesn't have your best interest in mind to give your story. But I tell you what, I do love the pieces. I absolutely love Hidden Colors. I think the last documentary was 1904 about the Haitian Revolution. Oh my goodness, it was so amazing. Unblocking the throat. And like I said, this is a whole nother bunch of trauma that we're gonna have to come off of. And now what they were saying was everybody is gonna know somebody eventually that either had corona. You can't put people in those circumstances. You can't take their job, tell them to stay in the house, have Trump talking all kinds of craziness to him, and then do that to one of our folks and think it's not gonna be a problem. Of course it is. We had another conversation, said, then what? Then after that, what do? Well, you continue this movement. Man, that Black Lives Matter shit, when I found that shit, I think I found that shit out 3 years ago. 3 years ago, that it was because they did not want us to go outrageous on all of the injustice, and they wanted to funnel us in a way that we can show our fears, but it be appropriate and convenient for everybody else. Like, come on, yo. So they said, hey, I want y'all niggas to march. The fuck? That's it? You want me to hold a sign and march and you continue doing the same thing to us? It's about the food system. Okay, well, here we go. Let's read it. Let me get that out there. Hold on, let me go. It's about the food system and ecosystem becoming populated, and soylent becoming the food source that is, oh Jesus, to be an elder human remains. Girl, I'm not surprised. Like I said, the biggest thing that fucked me up is when I found out what they was doing with the baby body parts in Habitat for Humanity. Well, no, not at what the fuck is that shit called? Planned Parenthood. That's when I was like, whoa, this is getting out of control. Y'all seen the story about the dude that was he had the underage girl ring, and all of them Trump, Clinton, all of them know him. They was all going to places with him and all that. He was doing all that. Tibet Burns, I will watch it immediately. Me too, Tiff, and we can talk about it in the group. And they was talking about that underage girl ring, and then when they caught him, Epstein, there you go. And when they caught him, he killed himself. Talking about Prince Henry and all of that. I started on Netflix. I'm on here. Hey, how you doing, Still? How you doing, Miss Still? I appreciate you coming over. Like I said, it's just so many things that they say, hey, look at this right now. But don't look at this right now. I want, when you get mad, I want you to get a sign and go on the street. I'm going to show you how to riot. I'm going to throw a brick here. I'm going to show you all of those celebrities are on the arrest list. The nerve of that man, so sick. Yeah. I mean, it's sick people out here. It's sick people out here. And it's really sad. Here we go, just transitioning. Y'all know how we get to talking. Let me unblock the throat if I get on this. Hold up. Yeah, it was just really, really sad. And what they didn't mention was a lot of that is ritualistic. A lot of that's been going on. Trump still in his bunker. Yeah. Yes. We talking about, somebody mentioned Epstein, and we just talk about all the injustice that go on, that they slide under the radar. Right now we're hearing about Epstein. While it was going on, the shit was hush hush. And if it came out, it was only but so much, because that man didn't go to jail for years. And they was calling and telling on him, which still, like I said, it lets you know that the media is very selective on what they show and what they don't show. They said his situation was the first one where when he was walking into court, the agreement had already been made. How much money do you have to have? How much money and status do you have to have in order to walk into a courtroom and the decision already be made? And that was huge. They said it was a huge word. They said he was all over little girls. And you think about all of those poor girls who fell victim because they needed extra cash. Trump messing with the girl that was 14 and a little boy that was 11, I believe. Man, I don't know how true this is. And like sometimes I had to just chalk it up to the fact, when we was talking about this in the waist measurement challenge, I don't expect anybody to be nothing but what they are. So when I hear stuff like this, when I first started my conscious journey, I was like 10, 11, 12. There we go. And absolutely. They was trying to find younger and younger people. When I first started my conscious journey, certain things used to make my stomach turn and it used to make me very frustrated. But now I don't expect anything different. I don't expect anything different. As soon as they said that it was becoming a riot, Anonymous released some PDFs. Anonymous released some PDFs. I'm sure somebody tipped him off. He got rid of all the computers and everything, and they said his whole house was cameraed up, probably even mic'd up. And when they got there, wasn't nothing there. He was house hopping. They looked for him in Florida. His ass said be down in New York. Yeah, he did. Yes, that's how much money. So I just keep saying that if this gentleman was allowed to be the liaison between underage girls and men of power, because that's what it was. What they did was they put a spotlight on Epstein. They mentioned some of his associates, but they never dug deeper into why they were all connected, which means that he pretty much was the nigga that take the rap. You know how when they on them shows, when the people were smuggling the drugs, they got the person that got the 1 pound and they catch him, but the people that got hella pounds, those was the ones that ran right behind him when he was getting caught. It's the same thing. Once again, banana in the tailpipe. Hey, we gonna stop you right now because we got hella shit going on. It's hella shit going on. It's hella shit going on. That's why I said when I started doing 3 years ago, 3 years ago, when I found out who was behind that motherfucking Black Lives Matter, I was like, we can't have nothing. God damn it, we can't have nothing. They paying people out here, and we all masked up, and we all got black hoodies on. They paying people out here to throw rocks and shit at buildings, and then turn the camera on the black folks. I was talking about that before. Times Square is immaculate. If you've ever been in New York, there's no bricks laying around. That's tourist capital. If you see any construction, it's more so pipes and plastic and things like that. You don't see no bricks. They had bricks in front of buildings. Come on now. Come on now. Right. We really can't. The protest is about COVID contact tracing. I said that too. I had a video a long time ago and I said, if you don't know your history, hella police with guns. I said that if you don't know your history, you're destined to repeat it. When not the swine, but what was it called? When the Spanish flu kicked everybody's ass a long time ago, they told everybody it was over, and then they came out and had a parade. And after the parade, more people died than after the parade. Then it started at the beginning when they found out the Spanish flu was here. No, I'm not out. I'm not gonna be out. Like I said, I love history. I know it. They track people through the cell phone companies. They track right. If right now, if you talk to your phone's gonna pop up with some shit that you was talking about. Everybody think it's going one way. You think you calling out? How you know they not? Man, listen. It's just so frustrating, and I just hate to see my folks being puppeted. I hate it. It burns me. It burns me. Who is that? Oh, that's the tall one. Hey, Cliff. You got a movie?
No. Watched everything though.
Why would you? Where did you get that candy from?
From Kenny Room.
Oh, she always got shit. All right, Cliff, you want to talk or you don't?
No, just want me to say hi.
All right, everybody. Cliff said hi. He just stopped by to say what's up.
And bye.
And bye. I'm glad you're woke. Girl, we past woke. We woke. Woke is an understatement. We up. Like I said, I have evolved from a protester to a revolutionary, and that is what this is all about. You gotta evolve. You gotta get better. You gotta continuously be on the front line. You gotta continuously be putting on the work. You gotta continuously be helping your community. You gotta continuously be dropping jewels and not being invasive. You don't want to be Jehovah Witness Is that a word? Jehovah Witness You don't. You want to be knocking down niggas doing handing out pamphlets. But when you got a light, people are gonna follow. And that's what it is. So like I said, I am not here to downplay anybody because it gets very frustrated because the Willie Lynch theory, where do we go from here? Right, hashtag where do we go from here? The Willie Lynch theory is so real. I don't give a fuck, y'all. They standing for that policeman like they know him. They standing for them 3 police like they are family. And we out here talking about something. Don't hit the building, man. Fuck that. If my folks is fighting, I'm fighting. Like I said, what your mother said when you leave out the house. She said, and I quote, "You better not let nobody out here in these streets hit on your brothers and sisters." I seen one thing that sparked me, and it said, if you fuck with one B, you get to have. No questions, no comments, no debates, no nothing. Everybody else is like that except for us. Everybody. They talking about we don't need to do this. Man, listen. It's frustrating, and I just want everybody to evolve. That's all I'm saying. Evolve. Put your money into any privately owned Black charter schools. Support any local Black businesses. Call them, ask them how they doing, check on them, make sure everybody's good. If anybody you feel like maybe not feeling well, don't tell them to wash their hands. Make sure you offering them CMOS, recommending vitamin C, recommending echinacea, recommending elderberries, recommending steaming in the shower, recommending drinking hot tea, because there are people that are pulling through. Like, these are the things that I want us to like have. A sister circle, a community outreach program, all these things that we need. We got the internet now, so we definitely going to do it. And Bobby Hindman said it best: don't affiliate yourself with any groups. Any moves you want to make them behind the scenes. That's what everybody else do. Ain't nobody telling us what the fuck they doing. We need to be on that same shit. Do you think 2020 wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't for the media brainwashing people? That is a very good question, and I like to think before I speak. I kind of feel like, I'm sorry to say I'm back on my history shit. Like, things like this happen all the time. Like, I started Googling times where martial law was enforced. And this is just something that happens throughout the history of American history, whatever you want to say. This is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you have to understand that you play a bigger part. So you want to leave this legacy. You want to make sure that you hand down all these wonderful things. And now, with this damn COVID out, you really just never know. You never know when things is going to go, how they going to go. So you definitely want to make sure that you be leaving a legacy. And you be giving instructions on how to not sign up willingly for the Matrix. I don't know. I want to see everybody win, but more so, like Sis said, I'm voting for everything that's Black. And I just get really frustrated because we're so easily puppeted. Anytime you see something, you get frustrated, and then after a while, you're not frustrated anymore. And then you saying, everybody's okay and everybody's good to me, and it baffles me. It baffles me. It's the system that's corrupt, that's fighting you. It's just, I don't know. Oh, this is a lot. This is a lot for me right now. And can I ask everybody a question in this room real fast? Has anybody been getting any ancestral downloads? I had a full-on ancestor-filled dream a little bit ago, but then again, I have been burning the holy wood straight from Africa. I have been lighting my black candles, and I've always been lighting my frankincense. Like, I'm getting low right now, but I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, frankincense. I'm getting low right now, but every time I burn any incense is very intentional, not just what I like to smell. The media been brainwashing. Yeah. So people coming out swinging. You told these niggas they ain't got nothing to live for, so they already out there. It's just it's just yucky. I really wanted to spark. A lot of times you don't have to actually have a solution for every problem, but you do have to spark and ignite thought processes that'll make you say, okay, cool, I want to figure this out. I want to know how this is gonna go. I got to think outside the box, and that's kind of what I feel like I do, because this is me letting y'all into my normal conversation that I have with my circle. Like, hey, what are we doing? Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? What is this trying to see? When they showed me this, what are they actually hiding? The ancestors have been yelling that we have to get it together as a collective. Absolutely. And if you cannot, be that change for your family, be that light for your family. If you can't go out here and really make a move, because I'm not going to tell everybody in this room that they need to go out and do anything. It's all up to you. Everybody has a different journey and a different path. But I will say that it is time to change things. I'm not going to Black Lives Matter you. I'm not going to say go get a sign. I'm definitely not going to do that. Like I said, I am the most revolutionary motherfucker I know. So it's like, what do? You continue to brand yourself, you continue to get better, you speak about things that need to be spoken about, and you just make sure that you are here as a resource for anybody. And how do you be a resource? You learn as much as you can, and then you help other people and you learn from them. And everybody start learning from everybody, and then you look up and you done changed everything for the better, which is so very important. So please, 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 not only post online about all the things that you don't like and the things that you see, please change it up in your community. It's so much deeper than that. As we said earlier, we gotta be the change. Yeah, don't just put it up on Facebook. Don't just talk about it, which is always good. It's always good to have these conversations, because the ancient art of storytelling is a release of depression, anxiety. That's African. That's another African art again. You can use storytelling to get rid of depression, to get rid of a lot of different things. That's what we do. That's why we congregate and we talk about stuff and we laugh and we joke, because it's very therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. But please make sure you're just doing a little bit more and explain to your children, please don't keep them out of the dark. Please let them know the type of world that they're living in and what's going on. I need everybody to get their survival kits and get them things. Just in case. Just in case. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Please, please, always, like, subscribe, follow. If you just jumped on, and I know you haven't because y'all always ride with me, please make sure you go to Facebook and join one of my 3 groups, which are very amazing. I am rebranding. I'm in the process of rebranding. So in a little bit, I'm about to just dump hella stuff. So please don't think I'm working. For everybody that's behind the scenes, order something for me. Thank you so much for your patience. When this COVID is over, I'm definitely going to be employing. I appreciate y'all so much. I don't really have dreams or remember them. Oh, we got to talk about that. We have to talk about that. That would be such a good story time. Oh yeah, don't forget, if you need me to talk about your business, let me know. DM me on IG. If you have a story or something you wanted to get our opinion on, please jump in, write me a story, write me a letter. I light mine when I smoke in the house. I maybe missed a part of that. All right, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so very much. There you go. What do you think about the death of David Dorn? Why didn't anyone stop rioting or protesting? I don't know who that is. So maybe you can wait a minute, let me see. Who the hell is that? Wait, let me go. I said it before, I don't really keep up with everything that's going on. His name is David Dorn. Oh boy, let me see what I can get, and somebody jump in and tell me. American retired police captain was fatally shot by looters during. Girl, that wasn't nobody but the police that killed that man. Police chief killed. Girl, that wasn't nothing but the police that killed that man. Cause at the end of the day, I dreamt a lot when I'm eating fruit and vegetables, also fasting. That tell you right there everything you need to know. This nigga was retired. He was 77. Retired police cat was fatally shot by looters during drug protests. What the fuck was his 77-year-old ass doing out there in the protest? Let me sip this water. My mother ain't even 66, and I would never. My mother's nowhere near 70, and I would never let her go outside. He died in front of a shop. It's always the banana in the tailpipe. We had somebody to die, they die. You say Black Lives Matter, they say all lives matter. Like, I mean, they be doing topic of the Philly shot in the riot reaction analyst. Morning, David Dunn is one of the losses of businesses and one of our retired captains. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it was a retaliation. I don't know. I don't know any of that. I don't know any of that, but I will tell you this. Usually we can never have our own movement. We can never have our own struggle. As soon as we say we have a struggle, there's something that is met. So Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Equal opportunity, it shouldn't be equal opportunity. Like, one of us get killed now in order to trump that, because it's always a balancing act, remember. So one black person get killed and then they say a police officer get killed and they say, well, we're not upset about that. Like, man, he probably ain't even dead. He probably ain't even dead. Sorry. I'm just saying. I mean, I know that's fucked up, but it's always something. It's always something. And there's no lies being told at this table. All right, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I appreciate every single last one of y'all. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me for this long one. I appreciate y'all. If y'all got any comments, I got to get my my pictures together on that damn thing so it could be cute or whatever. And I thank y'all so very much. Follow me. Oh, like, subscribe, and if you have to, share. If you found any points that you need to discuss them, drop a comment. I appreciate it. Please go to Etsy as well and favorite my shop, because anytime I do anything new, it'll send you a notification. And that way you won't miss any of the beads that you love. I got the glow in the dark beads coming, the metallic, all different types of, like a waist bead life movement. So I appreciate y'all and thank y'all so much. Oh, incense. Yeah, thank you. I'm on it. Say less. I got you.